What's going on, guys? It's Adam P, and welcome back. When was the last time I did a live stream on this channel? I believe it was the Champions League draw about 6 months ago. The thing is, every single time this season, there's been any Carabao Cup live stream or just any cup live stream for that matter. Newcastle always have been playing on the same day. So the draws always came out when I've been out and about. So this is actually our first live stream since the Champions League draw. That's how many times Newcastle plays on TV. I've never been able to do any of these live streams in the house because I'm always at a game somewhere. If you don't mind me, I just need to quickly sort out, I guess, the overall sitting area for the stream. So this table's going to have to go. You can tell I don't live stream, by the way. I'm so unprepared. But yeah, I just want to settle the chair down so I'm angled a little bit better on the camera there. But how's everyone doing, by the way? Where are we watching from? That's a question straight away. Where are we watching from in the world in this live stream? Let me know where you are actually watching this from. Of course, I'm a Wallsend lad, so I'm Wallsend through and through, but I would love to hear where you guys are from. So in terms of a couple of people asking when the draw is on, it's around 6:30, so it's before the Liverpool game tonight. Takes place before that, so we'll find out within the next hour. I always do my stream a little early due to the fact that I never get a chance to do these live streams. I just want to actually come on, say hello, and make sure I can be able to interact with you guys and also just answer your questions. So let's see where people are from. Virginia, USA. What side is Virginia on? My USA geography is terrible. I've done the east side because I've been to New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Atlanta. So that's the only time I've been to America on the east side. But my actual geography is awful on America. Like, where is Virginia? Also, Warzen, good man, love that. We've got Heaven Mags, Blythe, England. Well, yes, I was hoping for maybe a bit more on that, but yes, I don't know. Sheffield, nice, Holly. What we got here? Ireland, fair enough. I've never actually been to Ireland before. That's a fact for me. I've never ever been to anywhere in Ireland. It's the only place in the UK I haven't actually done. Gates said London, fair enough. I'm in London. I'm in London February actually. I still got a few things I need to do down there. So I'm surprised you haven't been in London too much this season yet, but that'll be changing a lot more throughout the season. Peter Lee. Oh, is that a mag in Peter Lee? Oh God, I couldn't imagine you be able to go around in Newcastle shirt much. But we'll see a few more of these before I ask my next question. Watching from York, nice. Dover, Hartlepool, good shows always. Thank you, Graham. Hope you are well, buddy. East Coast, Stanley, Albania. Surely you're not from Albania. I actually don't believe you. I got a feeling you're wider than me. I don't believe the John Joe Shelby Dino was from Albania. I mean, fair enough, you are, by the way. Sorry if I misjudged your character there. Canada, no shoes. I was just no shoes today, actually. I was in liver shopping earlier. You got some nice Malta. Like, well, yeah, there's a lot of yous, by the way. I'm trying my best to get through yous. I was like 300 people already. Oh my God, there's so many people. India, nice. India. I've never been to India before. I'm seeing a few Indias in the chat. Cramerton. I mean, the thing I think is quite funny is that you can just get so many contrasting places. They have someone in the chat will put Dubai or they'll put like I don't know, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and you got some lad that'll put Cramerton. Like, for example, yeah, you got Bruce here who's put Singapore in, which is probably the wealthiest and nicest place I've ever been to. And then you got some lad that'll just put like Bangkok in. I love the contrast in the chat, but if you don't mind me, I just got to quickly actually get the TV on first. I started set up about 15 minutes ago. It looks like I haven't set it up at all. I promise you I have, by the way. This computer I've been using is crap. This computer is on its last legs, I swear down. It is rubbish. But yeah, I'm gonna put this next question in the chat just while I'm sorting the TV out. Get me banners sorted here. Oh, 1 sec. I'm gonna quickly create a banner. It's been a while since I've used Streamlabs. Well, the question's who do you want in the draw tonight? Who do you actually want? But I'm just going to put it on the screen so you guys can see it. But who do you guys actually want to play in the FA Cup? Because I'm intrigued. I've got my own opinions. I'll tell you them shortly, but I want to see people's, I guess, takes first. I want to see what you guys personally believe in the chat. I have quite a strong take, and I think it's controversial. So I actually want to just see what you guys believe first, because I kind of don't want to miss the mark by a country mile. I'll put that question back on. I'm intrigued. I've just seen the chat there before I've actually got them on the screen. A lot of you guys are saying what I'm thinking. I'm glad a lot of people agree with me. I'm going to tell you in just a sec, but I imagine some of you will be able to figure it out. I'm just going to quickly get the Virgin Media box on here. Just give us one sec. But so I'm seeing some people put the likes of Grimsby, Mansfield in there. These sort of sides you wouldn't tend to play as a Newcastle United fan. Which, to be fair, I also have that opinion. Uh, and one other thing I can't believe is that reflection in the background. I've actually, believe it or not, for YouTube copyright laws, that reflection in the back could actually get my channel banned. Crazy. But yeah, I've got to actually put the blinds down as well. So give us one sec. Now, I personally want Sunderland. I'll explain why shortly, but I do actually want Sunderland. Not Sunderland away, I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't mind going to Sunderland away for the day out, but obviously that's a hard place to go to. Sunderland at St James's Park in the FA Cup before the game in March. That's what I want. You can probably imagine why, but that's my personal take. I've got to actually put the blinds down for the copyright laws on YouTube. You won't believe that's a thing, but it is. That should just be fine. I'm sorry if I use an OCD, by the way. I just hate like things up on right, but that's just going to be enough. That's all I need to do. Right, okay, I'm going to quickly get the channel on, and I'm all sorted. I'm all done. But for me, I do actually want Sunderland in the FA Cup. It's obviously just due to the fact we lost in December. It's not even like the losing part. It's just the fact that they really didn't do anything and then won as well. It was like such a nil-nil game, but we just effed it up. We properly effed it up. What channel is the draw actually on? Is it the ITV one tonight? Because the FA Cup's it's normally free TV, and but I know over the weekend I had a few of them on TNT as well. Is that a new thing this season, by the way? Because I was surprised actually over the past couple of days when TNT started showing ITV games. They've actually changed it up this season because it used to always be free TV. But I'm just going to get it up in the TV guide now. Is it? Is that BBC Four? Is it? TNT? No. What actual TV channel is it on? GB News. I don't think it's on GB News. It's TNT. Yeah, thank you. No worries. I'll just get up, buddy, and we're all good. Apologies, guys. Once we're done, we're done. Or is it? Which one is it? TNT Sports. Yeah. Okay, TNT Sports Ultimate. I can see FA Cup football on in an hour, so it's surely it's this one. Right, I'm happy with that. That can go there. That can go there. Right, we're good, guys. Apologies, we're now good. But yeah, we'll start putting people's comments in now about who they want. Someone want Liverpool home. Why would you want Liverpool at home? What a weird one. Man City. What are you guys putting in the chat? I do actually like this in a selfish point of view, by the way, because I'm someone that I wouldn't say I'm a stadium ground hopper or anything like that, but I kind of like doing it when it's Newcastle United. So if I go to, let's say, for example, last season, the likes of Blackburn Rovers a couple of years ago, like they're the sort of places where I did it in the Championship. I kind of just like doing these more obscure grounds. Coventry's one I've never done with Newcastle. I would love to do Coventry. I don't know if they're still in the FA Cup, but there's games like that. Big stadiums against these more low level sides. I mean, Blackpool. I did Blackpool as a I guess a Christmas free day spent over there. Blackpool's great. I wouldn't mind Blackpool in the FA Cup. Again, I don't know if they're in the competition, but they're the sort of ones I want. These more obscure games. Who the people want? Yeah, I want Macclesfield Town at home. That's an interesting one. I'm assuming you just want a nice, easy home game, but I don't know. Why not? Why not Macclesfield away? I know they just won against Palace. To be fair to them, but why not Macclesfield away? I'm someone that kind of likes these more obscure ones. Grimsby away to Newcastle or Everton. Fair enough. Now, to be fair to Grimsby, obviously they were good against Manchester United earlier in the season. And I know Manchester United went out yesterday, but I kind of wanted that to happen again. Imagine if Grimsby did the double over Manchester United in domestic competitions. That would just be. I kind of wish Man U went through just so they could lose to Grimsby again. This is. No, it's not your my chair, guys. I don't use this computer. I don't do anything like that on this computer. No, I don't even use this thing. This thing was running like complete arse today. It's a crap computer. Hull City away, might stand a chance of getting tickets. I don't have to travel. Yeah, Hull City's a good one to be fair. Up 2 hours to get in a car. So I've done Hull a couple of times before in a couple of pre-season friendlies. So I think that's a good shout to be fair. Unfortunately, I know some of you guys that might have went to the League Cup game against Hull City a few years ago. I think we lost in the quarter final against them on penalties. It was just embarrassing. That was just Newcastle at its low point. We've got here Mackham's at home. Yeah, it's Sunderland at St James's Park. That is actually the one I want. I'm going to be honest. I did actually want Sunderland. This might be a controversial take, but I'm going to be honest. I loved the FA Cup game at Sunderland away a couple of years ago with 7,000 Newcastle fans in that away, and we're taking up the Black Cats border, taking up the hospitality seats. We're moving air season tickets across the stadium. We've got the upper tier, we've got the lower tier. I actually like Sunderland away in the FA Cup, but obviously I know we lost there in December, and they are still unbeaten at home this season, with the exception of losing to Stoke in the Carabao Cup. So I don't underestimate them, but I kind of did like the away match a couple of years ago. It was quite good. Wrexham's not important. Wrexham's a good one as well, isn't it? Wow. Wrexham, to be fair, got something about them, haven't they? I guess as a content creator as well, Wrexham's such a big content related club, aren't they? They're quite big in America, so I suppose in a more business oriented sense, it'll probably be good for me. But yeah, I just want Sunderland, to be honest. That's all I want. Right. Okay. Well, the TV's all sorted, by the way. I've got everything else all checked out here. Okay, next question, guys. Next question. What are we saying about Manchester City tomorrow? At St James's Park, first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Of course, the second leg's at the Etihad Stadium, a stadium we haven't won at since 2014 in the League Cup, where Rolando Aarons and Musa Sissoko scored the 2 goals for us. What are we saying at this? Well, what are we saying at St James's Park tomorrow? We've won 4 games in a row. Our home form, to be fair, is good, and we've won against Manchester City at home this season, but Manchester City on the flip side have just won 10-1 against Exeter City in the FA Cup. So it's a fairly contrasting game. Like a 1-0 win to Newcastle, 1-1, like 2-1 Newcastle, 2-0. 2-0's got that's like the golden scoreline, by the way, if you can do that. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Hello Lewis, mate, I hope you're well. Gonna win 7-6. Fair enough. 4-1. Who's put 4-1? I wish it was 4-1. I wish I had your confidence, by the way. I bloody hope it's 4-1. 3-0. Lewis Hall and Barnes are 2. A 3-0 clean sheet against Manchester City as well. Wow. 3-1, 2-1. Miley and Gordon Penn. Fair enough. But yes, I'll answer this question as well. Actually, did he get the online store today for the 90s relaunch stuff? Anything still in stock? I can probably double check to be fair, but just to explain that, so Mags Plus member, so people who pay extra money to get the additional benefits. One of those benefits is that you are allowed to buy merchandise 24 hours early. So we're allowed, so we spend money to then be allowed to spend our money on merchandise earlier than everyone else. So that's actually one of the perks you get with a Mags Plus membership. I think I bought the big long. I don't even know what you call it. It's the big long jumper, and I got myself the t-shirt as well. It was like 130 quid straight away. I spent that on it, but there was 4 items. So there's those two. You could have bought the little, what's it called? It's like a jacket that Walter as well. And you could buy that, and there was also something else as well. So there was only 4 different things you could buy. But I believe there's still stock on. I mean, surely there is, hasn't been released for the public yet. A lot of people are confident on this game tomorrow, by the way. I don't think the Ramsdale is going to quite do that. 3-0, good man. The draw's not on yet, mate. It's about an hour, so he wants Burton away, fair enough. 2-1, 10-1, fair enough. 2-2. There's a lot of different scorelines. I'm going to be honest, a lot of confident Newcastle fans actually. For me, I don't even feel like the game tomorrow. Obviously, you wanted to be a positive result. 1-0, 2-1. If you win by 2 or more goals, you're laughing. But it's always going to go down to the second game anyway. So For me, if you can even, let's say, draw tomorrow, let's say it's a 1-1 or a 0-0, even going into the second leg, I feel like if you're actually drawing going into that game, Man City might not go for it as much, if that makes any sense. Now, if City go into that second leg and they're, let's say, 2-1 down or 3-1 down, I think it's more likely Pep Guardiola is going to set them up and they're going to go guns blazing from minute one. But if it's actually a draw going in that second leg, I don't think City will be that arse. They'll come out and they'll play like they normally play, but I don't think they'll be that kind of intensity from the get go. If that makes any sense. But then the flip side, Newcastle wouldn't have the control in the second leg if it was a draw. I've got a feeling though City wouldn't come out guns blazing if we draw them all. But that's my opinion anyway. This is oh no. What about NFL? Yeah, I haven't watched the NFL in so long. By the way, I'm a New York Giants fan, and we are crap. We are absolute dog crap. But I haven't watched them in years. I'm so angry at them. They're absolutely rubbish. It's a joke that Sonny Miller can play for them. Yeah, no. Shock. New rule in this season. We got shafted from that a couple of years ago with the goalkeeper. So yeah. He's been class as well. He's so good. I don't know if he'll start for City tomorrow, but he'll definitely get some game time at least. 3-2, good man. You should do more live streams, Adam. Mate. To be honest, I'm quite busy, and for me, it's not that I don't like doing live streams, but I kind of hate like sitting around for ages. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of just like I always like being out and about doing my own videos. I just have a lot going on, and the only live streams I do is the cup draws. So I don't know, maybe I could, but yeah, to be honest, I'm not the biggest live stream guy out there. I suppose a question on the topic is what NFL team do you guys support? Got Atlanta Falcons supporter here. Lewis said, you reckon we'll slide a centre back? Well, I don't know if you've seen Craig Hope earlier in the day, by the way. Craig Hope has said that Newcastle is actively looking. I believe he said for a right-sided centre half between the age of 20, between the age of 19 to 23 years old. So we'll see. We'll see if anything happens from that. But Craig Hope did actually say that Newcastle is actively looking for a centre half now, which is good. Miami Dolphins. I've got a mate who's a Dolphins fan. Actually, used to rip the piss out of them all the time, but we kind of can't do that now because the Giants are just that bad. We've got here. We've got a fellow Giants in the chat here. Good man. We've got here the Baltimore Ravens. Fair enough. And Madrid actually sacked Alonso. That Barca game was so good yesterday, by the way. That game was actually class yesterday. I was watching, to be fair. Someone's just said, "Am I repping Pepsi Max?" No, I drink it. This is my cheap drink. This. Oh, cheers, guys. Let me know what drinks you're having, by the way. I would love to hear what drinks you guys are having in the chat. Crap American football, no thanks, fair enough. To be honest, right, I actually am American football or rugby. I'm sorry if that upsets anyone in the chat. I can't get into rugby. I don't know what it is with American football. I know they play adverts like every 20 seconds, but there's just something about American football where I kind of just like it. It's so weird. I don't like rugby, but I like NFL. I don't know why that is a thing, but yeah, for some reason, I just seem to be gravitated towards NFL. I could not answer why that is. Pepsi Cherry. I can't get into Pepsi Cherry, you know. I'm just a regular Pepsi Max kind of girl. Orange juice. Nah, the orange juice just is not my sort of drink either. Water, fair enough. Cup of tea. I've actually never had a cup of tea before. I swear down, 25, I never had a cup of tea. I don't know. Again, it's just something I'm not fussed about. Coca-Cola, no alcohol tonight. Fair enough. Oh, fair enough, mate. We've got football, but yeah, obviously it can't be. I don't want to hear anyone calling this FA Cup draw a soccer draw, and I absolutely not. It's not happening in this live chat. Anyone that puts soccer in here, you're getting put in time out. I reckon. We've got here cola, Pepsi Mango. Is that actually a thing? I've never heard of that before. But is Pepsi Mango actually a thing? I've generally never seen that in my life. That's so weird. But yeah, just to let you know the light go, by the way, so just in the build up to the draw itself. We're currently on 63, so if we can get that light goal up to over 100, that'd be great, guys. Oh, someone just put heroes as celebrations in chat. I never ever eat chocolate. I haven't ate chocolate in 20 years, I swear down. Hello, Paul, right? Has the draw happened yet? Fellow channel now and Nottingham, good man, Paul. No. It's about the next 60 minutes or so, Paul. I'm just talking to the chat and just having a nice conversation first in the build up, see what people's opinions are. But now it's right about an hour or so, still a little while. I want you, what, Liverpool? Oh, why do you want us, by the way? Like, fair enough, from a Liverpool point of view, yeah, you might want to maybe get one over us, but why would you want us in the fourth round of the FA Cup? Like, I don't want Liverpool. Sure, in a Liverpool point of view as well, you wouldn't want Newcastle. I don't know. I'm intrigued to hear your thought process behind that. I really don't know why Liverpool want Newcastle this early in the FA Cup. There's a lot of good games there for you. I'm intrigued actually. Why do you want Newcastle? As someone said, he's got Iron Brew there. Was this Tino or Hori had to pick? I'm Hall over Tino, you know. Now, obviously, Newcastle should not sell either player this summer, but you've got to back Lewis Hall over Tino Livramento. Lewis Hall's obviously a local lad. He's a quality left back. He's never going to leave the club to go to any other club out there. Listen, Real Madrid could come knocking and Lewis Hall would not leave this club. He's Newcastle through and through. Livramento on the flip side hasn't got the Newcastle connections from a childhood. Also, for me, now, the issue with Tino Livramento I have is, well, I know he's the obvious example this season when he's had two injuries already. He had the first injury where he was out for a couple of months, injury now where he's going to get a scan to see how bad his hamstring is. But at Southampton, he's had that ACL tear. So if he gets his ACL torn again at Newcastle, he's knackered. He's just not going to come back from a second ACL tear. And when you got teams like Manchester City sniffing down to you, you've got a back whole mighty fullbacks there. You're back to two local lads. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. I am Lewis Hall over Tino Livramento. I'm intrigued to hear those who are Livramento over Hall because I'm Hall all day long. Yeah, exactly. 100% all day long. Miley over both. Yeah, fair enough to that degree as well, but I'm Hall and Miley over Livramento. That's my take. We've got to beat Barnsley first, though. Yeah, fair enough, but. I'm still intrigued at why you want Newcastle. I think in the fourth round that wouldn't be a great draw for Liverpool. I suppose maybe to try and get the cup of revenge. Lewis Hall, yeah, exactly. You definitely need to build your team around the local lads. Like Miley's never going to leave, Hall's never going to leave, and they're both class. Like you don't want them to leave. Like Livramento, I think we've got to be honest, right? Livramento one day is going to go to a team like City. I mean, in his point of view, it's obviously an upgrade for him. It's a chance for him to progress. And I know Newcastle now is a club that you don't want to be a stepping stone club, but players like Gordon, players like Livramento, eventually they're going to go somewhere else. They're not going to retire at Newcastle. Tonali's the same. Players like Hall, Miley, Bruno, Jordan, they're the sort of players that are just going to stick with you. And for me, you've got to build a team around those that you're going to stick with because you see what Isak last summer, like you're going to lose big players. Like it is going to happen at some point. Yeah, you got to back the local lads, I reckon. Right, what comments we got here? We've got who's the calmest player? Look, Hannah. Because I'm going to give props to Miley on that because Miley's the one that's just not. He's a literal midfielder playing right back, and he's actually better than our right back options. He is actually better than Kieran Trippier, and Kieran Trippier is like our best right back ever. I know. Obviously, he's getting up to 35 now, but Miley's so good. He's so good. A lot of people asking about the draw. It's on within the next 60 minutes, guys. So I want to Leeds at home. Well, yeah, I can't exactly blame you after that game last week. My word, what a game that was. That's a good shout, to be fair. In terms of any neutral football fans, they'll definitely want to see that again. But for me, no Leeds. I love your Leeds, but we keep you out of our season now. No more Leeds this season for me. We need Sean to start playing in our local lad. Yeah, you need to try and get some more local lads. And that's probably the biggest problem for our recruitment in terms of the youth academy at the minute. We've got bugger all down there. You've got literally nothing coming up. There's just no players that are properly stand out at the minute, unfortunately. Got tickets for the PSV game next week and got surprise New Year's. First Champions League match for me. Nice. It'll be my dad's first Champions League match, actually. I'm going to be doing work for that game, so I can get my dad a ticket for that one, so I'm kind of buzzing, actually. You'll enjoy that though. What a game that is as well. I think even a draw against them is going to get you through to the knockout phase. And I don't want to jinx it, but I reckon even now with what you've got, it's probably going to be enough for Newcastle. Hello Tracy, hope you're well, and thank you so much for the super chat, the £1.99 donation. How do you feel about Blackpool, Adam? I'll be buzzing with Blackpool. Where I was down there for about 3 days, between the Manchester United and Burnley match, and Blackpool's a proper, like, a bit of a raggy place, but like it's also quite a good place in terms of tourism. Not quite what it would have been about 40 years ago, I imagine, but I think it's a lot of fun to have a Blackpool. It's a nice away game. It's easy enough to get to. For me, yeah, yeah, I would be all for Blackpool away. What do you guys think? Would you be happy with Blackpool away? I certainly would be. Give us Wrexham at home. I wouldn't mind Wrexham away, actually. Again, that's the sort of one I would like. Do you have a soft spot for a Northeast non-league team? There's a few, actually. I used to watch a little bit of Gateshead, to be fair. They've just got Rob Elliott back now as well, so they're always a team that I like to keep an eye on. North Shields, in a personal level, for me, is quite a big one because there's a true fact, but my granddad actually was North Shields' top goal scorer for like 60 years. He didn't actually get too many goals for him. I think he only got like around like 80 goals or something. Like it's obviously a lot of goals, but for like an all-time like leading goal scorer, like it's definitely not that many goals. And yeah, he had that record to around 2019 with Gareth Bainbridge finally broke it. But that actually is a true fact. Like my granddad legit was North Shields' top goal scorer for 60 years. Mental. Yeah, so we do have football in this bloodline. Oh, let's just yeah. Um, World Cup trip or not? No, I only do Newcastle pre-season, mate. So it's just like wherever we get pre-season's the one we end up doing. So yeah, I don't know where it'll be actually this year, but I always do Newcastle pre-season. I don't do World Cup. I'll be doing whichever ones are at St James's Park. It's the next Euro, isn't there? It's Euro 2028, but they've got the games at St James's Park, including potentially England if they top the group. Being from Oxford, having to miss 2 days of college, lucky me. Yeah, that sounds like a good one for you. To be fair, you enjoy that a lot. One second, I'm trying my best, by the way, guys, to read all the comments. There's about 500 of you in the chat at the minute. It's a great support, by the way. Thank you so much. But I'm trying my best to get through everyone. Macclesfield at home, and thank you so much for £1.99 donation. That's an interesting one. Oh, you want Macclesfield after the Knock Palace? So fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it. But I appreciate your donation. But I don't know what I think about that. Comes back to granddad. How come he didn't join his footsteps and become a football player? So I actually didn't get into football until, believe it or not, when I was a little older. I got into football when I was about like 7 or 8 years old, which doesn't sound that late. But the problem is, you want to play football. I basically like I'm already like years behind like, the people around my age group, so I never got into it. And the first time I started playing football was college actually. So I started playing when I was around 16. So by the time you play when you're 16, it's just too late. You know, what I mean, people like Lewis Miley are playing for Newcastle when he's 16. Like that's when I started playing football. So yeah, I didn't really stand much of a chance. I wasn't actually too bad to be fair at college. Got a chance to play a few charity games here and there. I think I found the back of the net all right, but yeah, that's about it. Really, I'm not that great of a player. But no, I wasn't quite that good enough to be able to play for likes of North Shoes. Right, let's have a quick look here. Are you from Bladen? No, I'm not from Bladen, mate. I'm a Warzone lad. What's got here? No, I can't say I will be doing that, lad. To be honest. What's this here? Port Vale at home, Adam. Port Vale. Oh, it's an interesting one as well. There's so many obscure teams in the FA Cup. That's why I love the FA Cup so much, actually, because there's just so many weird teams in there, especially the fourth round as well. But now I want the away matches that any team I haven't been to, or Sunderland. I can accept Sunderland as well. I'm going to still on it. I need to double check all these games. I'm going to get the actual FA Cup draw now because I'm trying to remember what teams are in it. FA Cup draw. I'm actually going to figure out what ball numbers people are. I hope Middlesbrough are still in. I can't remember if they went out or not. If they're still in, I'll definitely take Middlesbrough as well. Oh my god, this computer's absolutely awful. I try my best to get the draw up here, but this computer is actually running like it's 2002. It's so slow at anything. I didn't even know I can get up, to be honest, guys. It's just so slow. How many rounds is that for Wembley? Trying to think. Well, we must be down to 64 teams now. I'm pretty sure round three is 128 teams. So are we down to 64 now? I believe it would be, unless it's 32. I'm fairly confident we're on 64 now. So round four, round five, six, seven. I'm trying to figure. It's well, I don't know if it's around the 32, around the 64 now. I need to remember which one it is. But yeah, obviously the last four is when you get to Wembley. Nice. Sorry, this one. Never re-released it as well, so it's definitely a good one. And that I've got 32 left. All right, thank you. My bad then. Yeah, so round five, round of 16, round six, the quarter final, which means round seven is where you go to Wembley. So we are now 3 games off Wembley. That's doable, you know. If you can get some good draws in there, that's doable. 100% is doable. I think realistically, you're probably going to get at least one good draw in there. But if you can get a nice run going up to the quarter final, you certainly got a chance of getting back to Wembley. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because as much as I don't want to say, it is going to take a lot to do it in the Carabao Cup. I'll be absolutely amazed if we can do City over 2 legs. That is the hardest team you can have over 2 legs, by the way, in my opinion. I actually would have took Arsenal over City. And that's coming from the team that's top of the table. I actually generally would take Arsenal over City. That's how hard I think City over 2 legs is. Yes, Adam P. Yeah, more Vincent, thank you. Not too bad, buddy. Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly get the balls up now. Is Sheffield Wednesday still in there? I've still got Hillsborough. I've still got Hillsborough memories. Are they still in there? Please be in there. And actually, how crap are they, man? They're already out. No, we can't get Sheffield Wednesday. They're not even in the competition. Okay, so let's go for the teams then. Wolves, no one wants. Southampton, no one wants. Villa, no one wants. Port Vale, yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Wigan away was good, and it's a big stadium, so that's definitely a good one. Ipswich Town, I wouldn't one again. Wrexham would be a good one, to be fair. No to Chelsea, no to Man City. Probably wouldn't take West Ham. No to Brentford. No to Fulham. Sunderland, okay, yes, I'll take him. Liverpool, Barnsley, no to Liverpool. Burnley, I wouldn't actually mind Burnley, but again, probably would rather have someone else. Norwich away is a good one, to be fair. Obviously a lot midweek, or actually FA Cup's weekend, isn't it? I suppose in the weekend it wouldn't be too bad. Norwich wouldn't be awful. No to Arsenal, no to Leeds. West Brom's a good one. Salford City or Swindon, that's definitely a good one. Burton's a good one. Grimsby's a good one. Hull City's a good one. Oxford's a good one. Leicester, good. Birmingham, good. Bristol, good. Stoke, good. Macclesfield, good. No to Brighton. Yes to Mansfield. Yeah, there's still a lot of good games there, by the way. And I still think around half of that draw is good. That's a good draw, actually. I was surprised how many lower level sides were in there. There definitely is a good amount of teams you can play there. I'll happily take half of that draw. So you just got to hope that it's not the bad half. Okay, Sunderland ball 13, right? Thank you for that. I will remember that, lad. Are we 24? I'm going to double check. I think we were 24. Yes, we are. There you are. So yeah, Sunderland 13, Newcastle 24. Adam, what time's the draw? It's around 1 hour from now, buddy. I'm just here to get through the live stream and obviously to answer all the questions. Just a couple of things. If you guys, of course, haven't already done so, make sure to get down there, smash the like button if you are enjoying the stream. And if you're new around here, make sure to get down there, hit that subscribe button. We are currently on 65,760. So we've got a real community over here on the channel. So appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Apologies, I'm trying to get that Pepsi Max down, is there? Do you think I'm going to fall for that? I am not falling for that one, by the way. I think the worst one I've seen. Anyone remember Holly a few years ago? I'm not going to mention Marseille, but I remember outside St James's Park, there was a bloke doing these interviews outside a match day, and they went up to her and they were saying, "Have you heard of this UK striker called Bose Internet?" And she answered the question saying, "Yeah, I've heard a lot about this player. You know, he'd be a great player for us." Just talking utter rubbish. Like, this player doesn't exist. This guy's obviously made the name up to take the mick. And then she just like started responding, saying, "Oh, I've been watching this player. I've been scouting this player out." That's probably the funniest one I've seen actually. Balls internet. Balls in there. How do you fall for balls internet? By the way, I do not know how you fall for that one. Is it? Yeah, thank you, Paul. Appreciate that, buddy. Adam, you're the best of all the updates. Streams, keep up the good work, mate. Thank you, Simon. Really does appreciate your support there. What would be my dream signing for Newcastle? Someone put in there. Just a centre half. I just want a centre half, mate. If you can get a centre half, I think Newcastle don't look too bad, to be fair. Full back wise, you're going to be fine at right back. You've got three options there. Obviously, Lewis May's huge there. Left back's left back's a bit of a different story because you've got Lewis Hall there. Livermento's out, so I can't really class him. Dan Burn comes back in a couple of weeks, but you don't want Dan Burn left back. Maybe Matt Target might come back, but the reports coming in about Matt Target, it's that the player wants to stay at Middlesbrough, he doesn't want to come back. And I'm fairly certain his contract up in the summer as well, so it just sounds like he's more or less done with Newcastle. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, we need to sort left back out, but obviously centre half. If you can get a centre half in there, you're going to look good in a short term basis. Um, do you think we'll make any signs? I think we have to. Like, I don't think it's whether I think we'll make some signs. I think we have to. Like, you can't not get a centre half. You got to go and get a centre half. For me, that's the big one. Goalkeeper situation, well, that'll be a summer problem. We'll sort it out in the summer. I don't think Ramsdale comes back, is what my opinion. I think Ramsdale, although had a good time against Bournemouth, it'll be Pope. I see Pope as number two. I think Pope, to be fair, right, I actually think Nick Pope's a good number two. I would not be arsed with him as a number two, by the way. He's just that number one. If you can get a much better goalkeeper in there, I really think Nick Pope's a good number two. That's my personal opinion. Not as a number one anymore, but I think as a backup, Nick Pope's actually quite good. Oh, is that? Oh, Callum's corner. What a fullback that is, by the way. He's mint, Callum. I can see he's won the Carabao Cup. I hope so. If you can get past City, I tell you what, if you can get past City in 2 legs, you've got every chance to win the Carabao Cup again. That's the killer draw, that one. If you can do that, if you do that, I think Newcastle deserves a draw if you can get past them in 2 legs, by the way. Thought you were on the Stella until I saw the Pepsi logo. Does this look like Stella to you? I do not drink Stella. I don't actually drink beer, to be fair. I used to years and years and years ago, but I haven't in so long. I'm just not that arsed, I guess. The thing is, I record so many videos anyway, so like I kind of can't drink that much. Might sound a bit silly, but trust me, if I go around and drink beer at the games, like go out and do all these things, like the video quality will just be crap. I'll just be drunk. It'll be all over the place. It's just like not great. So that's probably the main thing. And obviously, you don't really want to get in the bother either. So it's kind of like just do what's best, really. Hi, we pray for Wigan. We pray for Wigan. What you want, Wigan? You mean? Yeah, I wouldn't mind Wigan, to be fair. I remember doing Wigan away in the Championship, actually. My mate got arrested for running on the pitch. I say running on the pitch. He got over the barrier and then got stopped at the barrier by about 6 security guards. He was like 16 at the time as well. It's a bit overkill, but yeah, he didn't make it to the pitch. He attempted to go on the pitch after the Army score, but was stopped in about 2 seconds. All right, well, do you have a job outside YouTube? No, it's just it, mate. That's all I do, all the YouTube and then the social media stuff. I suppose so, yeah, but I don't know. For me, it's just like an absolute no. What we got here? Hi Adam, appreciate your videos, top quality content. Thank you, Andy. You got Yabba Dabba Doo. Yeah, how are you after the guys starting the Metro Stadium? I got a story about him, to be fair. That to be fair to that lad, right? Generally, right, he actually saw me at Marseille away, so I'm assuming he goes a lot of Newcastle games. He actually came over to me at Marseille away and just apologised and was just proper sounding straight up. So yeah, good name, by the way. But that guy down there, like, he actually did apologise and did actually come over and had like a proper chat with us. So fair play to him. And yeah, it is what it is, mate. Like it just happened. It is what it is. But that guy was actually quite good. Aaron, how do you think we'll fare against City tomorrow? I think we'll fare all right. I think we can do a job against City. I wouldn't be too awfully fussed with a draw, by the way. I've got a feeling if we draw tomorrow, people might not like that, but I've got a bit of a mental thing towards the draw. I personally believe if we draw against Manchester City, they won't come out guns blazing at the Etihad. I reckon they'll be a bit more. I think they'll be a bit more relaxed their point of view, which I reckon would be a better chance for Newcastle to potentially catch them out in the second leg. Whereas if we won 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 at St James's Park, they will go all out for 90 minutes at the Etihad. But if we can go there, even with a draw, I actually reckon the draw mentally, City might not take the game too seriously. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I reckon even the draw's all right. You know, I think if you can get a draw against City, I wouldn't be fussed about that either. Hey guys, yeah, hello, bud. Who would you say has been our best 5 players this season? I think it's easy. I think it's very easy. Bruno, number one, 100% Bruno. Chow, I would have to say in terms of signing, Chow's been brilliant. Bonds, Hall, Miley. There you are. That's your 5. I don't even think you can debate. I think those 5 are 100% the 5 that have been the best this season. 100% Bruno, Miley, yes. Hall, yes. Chow, yes. Bonds, yes. Walter might be somewhat unlucky, but it has to be those 5. Surely you put those 5 in as the best 5. Got a lot of Hull City fans in the chat. Good lads, good lads. Yeah, I like Hull, to be fair. Hull's a canny side. So no, I can't say I'll be putting Joe Willock in the best 5. No, mate. I hope it's to beat Man City tomorrow and do the same at England and move forward. I hope so, Paul. That's a big ask. Or if you can do that twice against Man City, you deserve to win the trophy, in my opinion. Do you like Middlesbrough? I wouldn't say I like Middlesbrough, no. To be honest, right, the thing is, it is the derby for Newcastle, but I've been going to matches for 15 years, and we have never ever played Middlesbrough in those 15 years. I've never ever been to a 10 teams derby, so I've got no negativity in the Middlesbrough. It's like so weird. I just don't have that sort of feeling towards Middlesbrough H because I've never actually seen us play them in person. Are they actually in the competition? I got to quickly double check. I don't think they are. Nah, they're not even in the competition. Like I've just never ever seen that game. It just never ever happens. Yes, the draw's on about the next 45 minutes, guys. By the way, I'm just here because obviously I don't tend to live stream so much, so I obviously wanted to speak to people and see how everyone's getting on. Tracy here, I hope for a 3-0 win to us to give us a good head start for the second leg. Well, thank you so much for the £5 donation for one. And a 3-0 win. Listen, if we can win 3-0 tomorrow, I'll be going crazy. I trust me, I'll be happy with a 3-0 win. I hope so. I hope so. I love your confidence. I love your what's the word for it? I love your enthusiasm towards the game, but there's going to be a lot to get a 3-0 win against them. If we can do that, though, listen, Tracy, I'll be the happiest man on planet Earth if we can do that. Ethan Adam, keep the good work. Thank you, Paul, mate. Were you underwhelmed? Nah, I definitely wasn't underwhelmed, by the way. And I'll say this about the 4-4-2. Regardless of what you felt like in terms of Newcastle's attacking players, Nick Voldemort suits 2 strikers. He was so much better playing him behind. Now, the thing is, when you look at Nick's game as well against Bournemouth, in terms of shots, we should have just shot at the start of the game. We decided to set whistle up, which, to be fair, got a good save out of the goalkeeper. He didn't have a shot in the game, as far as I remember, or at least didn't have a good shot. But yeah, despite not shooting, assist for the first goal, should have got assist for Wissa, actually done the dummy for Tonali, so he's directly involved with the 2 goals in 90 minutes. Even Walter Mott not scoring or not doing anything shot wise in the game was actually quite heavily involved in a 4-4-2. He works so much better with second striker. I personally felt like his build up plays a lot better. When we are defending team, he actually drifts back into midfield, so he provides extra support for the midfielders. I think Walter Mott suits 2 strikers. I think the question mark is whether Wissa alongside Walter Mott is able to kind of get into the game a lot more. Because I think Wissa was fairly quiet, had the chance at the start of the game, but just nothing else. So I think Wissa, to be honest, out of the 2 strikers, is probably the one you're hoping for a bit more from that. I think Nick suits a 4-4-2. I honestly do. If you're on a losing streak, how long are you giving Eddie? Some people might not like this, but he gets this season for me, no matter what. I think Eddie Howe does deserve this season. And listen, if things didn't work out and all of a sudden you're looking to bring someone else in, I would rather just be 100% sure. So I think the last thing you want to do is force to get rid of a manager. And then let's say in a few months' time, you almost got regret. You can't look back and go, maybe I should have given this guy a bit more time. He gets this season at least, yeah. Regardless how many games we lost in a row, he gets to the end of the season if you were looking at it in a negative way. What do you make of Gordon's recent performances? He was a lot better against Bournemouth, to be fair. I'm going to be honest, though. He is way too inconsistent. You can talk about Gordon all he wants. He's not the big player he was a couple of years ago. I mean, you got to remember 2 years ago when he was getting double digits in the Premier League. Gordon back then, he was like an Isak, a Bruno. You're talking some of your biggest players. He was that kind of level. He was up there with the best we've got. This season, he's such a mediocre player, in my opinion. Some games he's good in, some games he's crap. And I know you could say the same in regards to most players' consistency, but for me, I think it's a bit of an attitude thing with Gordon as well. You can look at obvious examples where I tell you now, you got an example where Eddie Howe was saying that Gordon only likes playing on the left, that's where he prefers to play. But I just see it a lot in the performances. Like, you can kind of tell when he can be arsed, in my opinion. There's some matches where you're kind of stroll around, and especially after the game we've lost at Sunderland. I remember at the stadium, like, he's had a stinker in the derby. Then he comes out after the game and apologises and goes, "Well, we'll put this right against Fulham in the Carabao Cup." Like, are you mad? We've just lost the derby at the stadium, like, and he comes out after the game. He's like, "Oh, well, we're going to put this right in the Carabao Cup." Like, he just does my head in. I don't know if maybe his character or the way he comes across sometimes makes him look to be a bit worse than he is. But I think it's a bit of an ego thing of him, to be honest. And I think he probably does believe he's better than he is to some extent. And the thing is, as well, he always gets into the national team. He could do nothing for 10 games and just get into the national team. So I feel like in the back of his head, he kind of knows he's going to get into the World Cup squad. Whereas Barnes has been better than this season. Miley deserves to be in a national team. Lewis Horde, he could maybe potentially argue for as well. I'm not that keen on Gordon, but he did have a good game against Bournemouth. I'm hoping he can get a bit more consistency. But he's someone that's just a bit of a, yeah. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest. Ooh, I don't know about some at Liverpool, mate, but if it's good money there, then it probably is a player I will be looking at potentially letting go. But I think it is with Gordon. I think especially with the World Cup, if he has a good World Cup, then you get an absolute fortune for him because your teams love to spend on good World Cup players. So if he's someone that actually turns up for a national team, he can get serious money for him. To be fair, so we'll actually see what happens first. But yeah, he has to do better for me. I think Jacob Ramsey, to be fair, long term to play, that's probably going to do well at Newcastle. I think Alanga's probably the one he got more question marks towards. Botman's too in and out for me to be able to criticise too much. Willock is, I'd argue Willock's a bit of an exception because I think he's had a bit more game time this season. I'm still not keen, to be honest. And I can't even say this, but even Longstaff's done all right at Leeds. Even he's not been half bad down there. So Willock just has to do a bit more if he wants to be around next season. Why do you never see footage of how in the dressing room? That's a Eddie Howe decision, to be fair. He doesn't like stuff like that. I know Amazon Prime did it a couple of times in the documentary. I know Sky Sports sometimes goes in after a cup game, but Eddie Howe is like, straight up someone doesn't like that. If he had the choice, he wouldn't want Newcastle to do that, which is, I guess, why you don't see much of it. I hope Ramsey was all right against Bournemouth. Yeah, I also agree with that, but probably a bit harsh to say at the minute because of obviously how young he is. He's still someone that's kind of gradually getting into the team. Really like the instant conversation and the video content you do. Well done, mate. What do you mean by that slightly? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean the live stream? Do you mean my actual videos? But we should visit Blytown versus Fly Spartans on New Year's on April 6th. There were 1,400 people there. Nice. I've done a non-league match in a while actually. I always do Blue Star in the what was it, the Prof final when they've lost both times at once. So I'm just a bad curse. Done Having Town once, lost. Done Gateshead 4 times the last 2 years, lost over 4. Every single time I go to these non-league grounds, I always lose. So I'm a bit of a bad omen, I reckon. Appreciate the £2 donation, bud. Riley, you are a dirty mackin. Sort it out. What are you doing? Where were you? Where were you when Sunderland was shite? 27,000 empty seats. You were one of them. Sort it out. You horrible, dirty mackin. Sorry about that, chat. That was a donation. I had for the donation. We've got here, Adam, do you find the lack of left-footed players in midfield attack disturbing? Leads to a unbalanced squad? Yes, I mean, to some degree, yes. I think the problem in terms of midfield attacker, I think especially against these horrible low blocking teams, we need someone that can kind of find find the ball through. Newcastle, in terms of whenever you got 10 players in front of you, sideways pass, backwards pass, crossing into the box where there's no one there, shots are just feeble or doing nothing. Like, we just seem to be a team that really struggles against low blocking sides. So in terms of having a balance in the squad, I wouldn't necessarily say it's more towards what footed player someone is. It's more in the sense that Newcastle just needs to find a way to find space within very tight backlines. So too many teams do it against Newcastle in a low block, and we seriously struggle against it. We just don't cope with it at all. Hey mate, Leicester City and the fan in peace. Find your channel, travel vlogs and away days are very enjoyable. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. And yeah, how are Leicester doing this season? Actually, I haven't been too up to date with the Championship, but yeah, I always used to always like doing Leicester away. To be fair, it's easier to get to Leicester. I do like Leicester as well, actually. So I don't know how they're doing this season, but yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind playing Leicester again at some point. Eddie Anderson's literally mad if we didn't sell him. Yeah, that's your biggest regret, isn't it? The thing is, at the time, it still was the correct decision. It's just annoying how it's turned out because obviously now he's a world class player. It's got like £100 million price tag to his name. It's just annoying. It's just seriously annoying, that one, isn't it? What's this? What would be your Premier League team of the season so far? Wow. To be honest, I actually don't watch enough Premier League to be able to say that. Now, I'm Newcastle. I wouldn't say I'm owning Newcastle, but I actually don't watch much more in the Premier League. It's just too much football for me, to be honest. Some of the games in Newcastle where I kind of just like do mainly stick it to Newcastle. Oh, I actually don't know, you know. I wish I could answer that question, Daddy. I genuinely don't know. I just haven't watched enough of the other teams to be able to really say that. That's not happening, buddy. I am not doing that. Enjoy the videos, Adam. Keep up the good work. Thank you. The draw's on within the next half an hour, so for anyone that keeps asking. This Brentford's been surprising. Yeah, fair play to Brentford, by the way. So and Bruno, so Wissa, and yet they're actually better. This is a team. They're a bit similar to Brighton a few years ago, where they just sought the best players and then were just still good and even better. I think Brighton's got a bit of a drop off period now, whereas Brentford just seem to be able to cope. They lost the manager as well, by the way. I had Brentford in my bottom three. I actually stuck them in the bottom three. I was so convinced they weren't getting out of it. And they've been better. They're actually above us. It's just crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But yeah, to be fair to Brentford, they've been top draw this season. This is, I watched Eddie since he played for Portsmouth get a grip, lads. Not a money club because he can't spend. Next England manager, Jenny Slate and Pompey, guys. Fair enough, guys. Yeah, how is a top manager, to be fair? He is very good. I think people do need to remember that. What's this? Villa and Arsenal. What are the games you want? I definitely don't want Villa. I definitely don't want Arsenal. If that's what you mean. But just in terms of the live stream, quickly, guys, if anyone's new around here, of course, make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button. We'll quickly double check how that's going. And if you are enjoying it, make sure to get down there, hit that like button. I meant sorry, currently at 174, which is a great outcome. So thank you. What's this? Oh no, yeah, I watched the Swansea City penalty shootout actually. Looked all right at first in terms of Swansea, and then all of a sudden they missed two penalties in a row, and it just went to absolute crap. But yeah, it didn't go too well for them in the end. See Villa do well in the Prem. Yeah, I probably would. To be fair, I like seeing different teams do well. It's a nice, easier home draw pretty as well. I think Bournemouth on paper wasn't even a bad home draw, mate. It's just the fact that we just always seem to struggle against Bournemouth. Just wasn't a great performance, to be honest, against Bournemouth. But the character mentality and winning a penalty shot, I think we're doing Newcastle a world of good. So we've got that going for us. We've got another donation, yeah. Thank you so much for the £2 donation, bud. Peter Horden, you are a dirty, horrible Mackham. I'm sick of the Mackhams. Everywhere I go, I see them. Where were you? Where were you in League One? Where were you in the Championship? Your best ever season in the Premier League, and you're still below Newcastle. This is an average Newcastle season. Your best ever, and you're still below us. Horrible, horrible Mackham. Chat with a £2 donation. Sorry, chat. I was asked to do that. I think we need a 2-goal lead tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah. If you've got any chance of doing something in the second leg, you're gonna have to do someone against City tomorrow because otherwise you've got a huge mountain to climb. A lot of people want matches through the home. I don't mind these away matches and all. Get these away games done. I got no idea how many tickets you would get at Macclesfield. Anyone know how big the Macclesfield away end is? I actually reckon I wouldn't get a ticket for Macclesfield. I've got a lot of loyalty points, but I just don't have that many. I don't think I would actually get a Macclesfield ticket. No, I do want Sunderland, by the way. I'm not even joking, Harry. Like, I actually genuinely would take Sunderland in the cup. You'll probably be the same as well, I imagine, after December. For me, I don't know if maybe it's just my heart speaking more in my head, but I kind of want us to just get one over Sunderland before March. I'm someone where I just look back at that December performance and just like so disgusted how Newcastle turned up. I just want Newcastle to be able to correct that before the game of March. So for me, yeah, I actually would take Sunderland in the draw. I'm not even joking. I was at 1,100. That's all right to be fair, you know. Um, I still don't know if I would personally get a ticket. I don't think I'll be too far off that. Mm, I don't know actually. That's a good allocation to be fair though. The draw's on in 30 minutes for people asking. Oh come on, Paul. You put me in a bad mood, yeah. Come on, you can't put me in a bad mood like that. And that's just typical, by the way. I will say now, typical. Wolves somehow have a good run of form. I cannot believe it. They actually got a good run of form. They've actually got a good point against Manchester United. Won, smashed West Ham at home. They won 6-1 in the cup. They drew against Everton at home, was it? Like they're actually getting results. I cannot believe it. But Wolves have got 4 good results in a row. I don't know what I pulled that from. Still not many points, but they're at least not losing now. And then we played them at the weekend. Just typical, innit? We've got to go down to Wolves and they've actually had a couple of good home games. So yeah, that's annoying. They're not going to survive, in my opinion, but it's just annoying that they've actually been well before we played them. Hi, Adam. Hello, Roxmy. I hope you're all well. Win the FA Cup. I never get this question, by the way. I see this sort of question all the time. And someone in the chat's put top 4. How can people put top 4 over an FA Cup, by the way? I am picking the FA Cup every single day of the week. FA Cup, by the way, means you get back into European football. It also means you play for the FA Community Shield. I know it's not, I wouldn't class as a trophy, but you go back to Wembley next season. So Wembley win, you go back to Wembley, you're in European football, and then we've actually won a trophy that we haven't won since 1955. Now, I'm picking the FA Cup every single day of the week, by the way. I don't get people that pick top 4. I see some people put in the chat, but like, how can you pick Champions League qualification over a trophy? You get European football and you won a trophy. Like, surely you pick the trophy, in my opinion. This is hello, Adam. Hello, Steve, mate. Hope you're well. What do people think about that, by the way? Do some people actually want rather have top 4 over a trophy? I just don't. I don't get that mentality personally. Martinelli's signing to the Arsenal fans when he's signing the Arsenal fan. Money top 4, really the financial side of. I mean, yeah, in a competitive stance, true, yes, but let's be honest, mate. We didn't exactly do well with the money last summer, did we? And I want much more. I want the cup, you know. Like I'd rather have a good personal moment than no one in 20 years' time you're going to look back and go, oh, look how much money we got for finishing 4th in the league. Like people obviously want to win silverware. For me, it's the cup. Like I get that is true. That is true, to be fair, yes, but that surely fans aren't going, oh, I'd rather have more money than an FA Cup. You've got to pick the trophy. Honestly, that was the best day of my life winning the Carabao Cup last season. I'll do it again in a heartbeat. Cup for sure. Give me silver plus Europe. Yeah, that's what I think, Vincent. Yeah. Some people think that. I'm really surprised at the people that think about. By the way, I just don't personally have that mindset. That yeah, you obviously would rather win the FA Cup, wouldn't you? It's just I think it's a high chance Arsenal win this title. Eddie making us sub out the 65-minute window. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. And yes, Eddie Howe is very persistent on late subs, isn't he? I mean, to be fair, last 3 games has worked, but doesn't half make you a bit frustrated sometimes when things aren't going too well for us. Just Rose on short. These stop spamming the chat. We'll have to put a couple of these in timeout. What's this here? Hope we get you again. I mean, I mean, I do actually want Sunderland to be fair, Cal. I'm not gonna lie, I do want Sunderland in the derby, but I mean, you did need us to score the winner for you. Just saying, Sunderland actually needed Newcastle to score for them. So even when we're doing crap, still needed us to do the job for you. But hi, I didn't remember me. I was the guy who said hi to the Carabao Cup semi-final last season. Well, I hope you're well, buddy, and hopefully this semi-final will go well for Newcastle again. This has got Ipswich Town fan. Would love to draw you. Fair enough, lad. Listen, the Ipswich were top draw last season, by the way. I remember going down December time when we had Ipswich away, and your fans are quality. Obviously, got the connection to Sir Bobby Robson. Going down there, it was just a brilliant day out. So, yeah, I'll be happy with that draw, to be fair. But ultimately, to be honest, I kind of want teams that haven't been at before, or Sunderland. Either Sunderland or just a team I haven't played before. So, they're probably the ones I want. This that. Yeah, I never said we couldn't do it, mate. It's just, let's just see what we got here. Hopefully, we Sunderland get a good draw. I want Sunderland. I do actually want them. I wouldn't say I was secretly wanting them to win on penalties, but I did want Sunderland over Everton in terms of actually playing them. So we'll see what happens tonight. I kind of do want it though. I kind of do want us to play them. This has got here. Win both the FA Cup and try for fourth in the Premier League. That'll be a good mentality, Paul. To be honest, doing both of those, it's a lot this season. I think with how competitive the league's been, the league's just all over the place. But if you can do one of them this season, I'll be happy. But obviously, both be amazing. Thank you again for the donation, the £1.99 donation, Tracy. Silverware or what is there? Silverware or the Champions League next round. I definitely pick the silverware. Yeah, I'll pick the silverware with anything this season, unless you physically win the Premier League, you got to pick the FA Cup. But nah, Newcastle's going to get in the Champions League next round anyway, in my opinion. And you could get Real Madrid the next round. You could get Barcelona. You could get PSG. You could get anyone really. So if you get a team that's outside the top eight, you can get anyone. So we could straight up go out the next round. Or much rather would you always win a trophy? Yeah, no, that is a long FA Cup trophy drought, isn't it? It's not quite 100 years though. It was 55 last time. What's that now? 71 years. Like I know it's still a long time, but it's definitely not quite 100. But just yeah, Leeds fan and Newcastle at home. It's supplies to a good game. I mean, yeah, that would certainly be a good game as well for the neutrals. But to be honest, pal, after that St James's Park game, I'm more or less done with Leeds this season. But I do like going to Leeds away. It's a proper away game, and as much as I don't want to say it, I kind of rate Sunderland and Leeds being back in the league. I just think they're way more interesting than beat teams like Burnley, Sheffield United. Just quite boring teams. At least they had something different to the league, even though obviously I don't want Sunderland to be doing too well. This is Wrexham versus Arsenal, throwback to '92. Fair enough. What do people want in the chat, by the way? We had a lot of different opinions here. I've got the TNT on, by the way, so I'm on TNT 1. So I'm assuming once the draw is eventually ready to come on, I've got it on the channel here. But I'm just double checking I'm on the right channel for that. But yes, I have got it sorted for once it comes on. It's around 30 minutes or so, guys. What's this? Yeah, no. Considering how good Newcastle's been in the Carabao Cup, they've actually been quite bad in the FA Cup. Our best run was the quarter final against Man City, where shock, Man City knocked us out. But yeah, we lost to Cambridge, Sheffield Wednesday, Brighton last season. Like we've had some bad FA Cup ones. They've not been good on anyhow, unlike the Carabao Cup, which has just been flawless. Middlesbrough aren't even in it. I'm pretty sure Middlesbrough not in it, are they? Nah, they're definitely on in it, mate. I'm looking. Yeah, I don't see Middlesbrough anywhere. I was pretty certain they weren't in it. And that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be a good one. Are we looking forward to PSG away? To be honest, mate, no. I did it 2 years ago. It wasn't great 2 years ago, and it's the same away game again. I will say, by the way, at least it's Paris. The thing is, with Paris, it's so easy to get to. A 1 hour plane, you get there. It's against obviously the Champions League winner, so at least be against a world class team. But Paris sucks for football. It is crap for football. I'm sorry if there's anyone that's never been in the Champions League before. I know some fans are still watching this year, but I'm sorry if I sound a bit ungrateful for anyone that's never been to a Champions League game. But trust me, Paris is crap for the football. PSG Ultras not as bad as Marseille, but they're still horrible. Paris is not the nicest for football. I don't think Paris, in terms of a capital city, by the way, I actually don't think it's that nice of a capital city. The monuments are great. There, obviously, Eiffel Tower is a bucket list check off, but once you've been once, it's not a place I'm that fussed about going back to. I'm gonna be honest, in terms of capital cities I've been to, I think Paris is the worst. You know, I actually think Paris is one of the worst I've been to. I just, I don't like Paris. You know, that's my personal opinion. Worst draw, West Ham away, terrible away game. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably the main reason why I'm glad West Ham is not doing so well. I can't stand the stadium. I just do not like the stadium at all. It's just not a football stadium. If I was a West Ham fan going from the old stadium to that one, I'd be livid, by the way. It's just crap. Oh, we've got a Botman announcement in the chat, guys. Botman has signed on a new contract extension in 2030. We've actually got a Newcastle United announcement in the chat. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, cheers. Any drinks you guys have got? Cheers in the chat. Botman has signed a new 4-year deal. He will be here until 2030. Good. That's a good one to get down. So well done. Cheers, everyone. What else we got here? On his birthday as well, yeah. Someone's very happy birthday, Botman. Thank you for reminding me there. I'd love to go to a Dortmund game. Yeah, Dortmund was brilliant when I was there, by the way. Dortmund was top draw. Any German match is good. It's cheap to go to. Germany's a class and the fans are class. Any German game, go to, by the way. Germany is actually class. This is good man. Good man. Come on. I mean, I know he is a bit injury prone, but listen, let's just hope Botman's over these injuries now, because if you can get a run of games ago as a quality player, we just got to hope he can just stay fit. If you can just stay fit, you'll be all right. Mm, there's some degree, there's some extent, I do agree with that, but also it protects a player as well. It's not just about the player staying into 2030. It's the fact he's got 4 years in his deal. So if anyone wants to buy him now, or all of a sudden, let's say in 12 months' time, Botman's had a change of heart and he wants to go somewhere else. The fact his contract's that long now, it makes him quite a good seller by set, because a team has to spend a lot of money to get him. So it's not necessarily about the fact he stays for 4 years. It's more so worst case scenario he wants to go, you've got a real protection cover there because of the fact he's got a long contract. So it's still a good deal, still good for Newcastle, even though yes, I do agree contracts don't always guarantee a player sticks around. Oh, to be fair, right? Imagine Newcastle versus Sunderland at Wembley. Imagine the FA Cup semi-final, and it was actually that. Oh my god! Every single police officer in the UK will be in London. It will be hell on. Half of them will be at Trafalgar Square. Half of them will be at Covent Garden. It would be an actual war zone. Newcastle versus Sunderland at Wembley. Imagine that. To be fair, like FA Cup semi-final. Oh my god, that would be that would be a crazy game. That would be a 10 out of 10 game, even though I would hate it because I'll be bricking it 24/7. But that would be crazy. Wembley, Newcastle versus some. I think in the semi final, I wouldn't say it's impossible. I think that could happen one day. Yeah, he'd be alright. Yeah, I don't think Botman's injury prone. Yeah, you're also right, Vincent. To be fair, we have definitely mismanaged his injuries. Obviously, he was playing with was it a torn ACL he played with. He played against Milan. He played against Palace a couple of years ago. I swear he had a torn ACL and he was playing football. He just kept playing football. It was just madness. I believe that's what it was. Ah, no, that'll be just be crazy, wouldn't it? How many more minutes to the draw starts? Not too long. It's set around half 6. I reckon at half 6 it will still be a bit of a build up, but half 6 onwards is when the actual FA Cup draw starts at the build up going. So we'll see how long, mate, but it's not too long now. Now, in terms of the live stream, by the way, we're currently on 213 likes. If you guys haven't already smashed the like button, appreciate your support on the stream. If anyone's new around here, make sure I hit the subscribe button as well. Whenever there is a cup draw, well, I'm not at a game because it's actually been all season where Newcastle has just straight up been playing when the draws on. It's the first time I've actually had a chance to legit do a stream. But this year, I think we reached the semis. Well, yeah, to be fair to Sunderland, I think once they get the players back, if they can get some good draws, they definitely can potentially do it. But it's still a big ask in the first season to the Premier, I reckon, and that's not me just being biased. Especially in the league, you probably focus on the league, wouldn't you? But it's Dan Burn returned 2 weeks. It's been quoted today. His return schedule's PSG away. He obviously won't play at PSG away, but that's the fixture where he's supposed to be back in the team. So you'll probably be on the bench in that game. What we got here? Yeah, I've seen that, mate. Start spamming in the chat, please. I'm gonna put in the timeout. No, no, that I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sick of it, mate. I can't remember who did it. It was someone in the football. Was it Tottenham's manager? Did it? Someone in football wise did 6-7. I don't know who it was, but it's just like no. Oh, that'd be a good one. I remember watching that cup final live. Bloody hell, that was a good one. Steve Bruce 2-0 up at Wembley after 5 minutes. The dream was on. The dream was on for a little bit, and then typical Steve Bruce fashion, he's effed it up. What do you think of Langer? It's just not. He's not been great so far, has he? But potentially is back tomorrow. At the minute, by the way, TNT just showed West Ham's Conference League win. Bloody hell, that was a while back. We are born number 24. Yes, I did actually buy it. Yeah, I bought the jumper and I bought the t-shirt. So I spent like 130 quid and bought two of them. Yeah, I did actually get them there. Yes, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a video at the club shop tomorrow. I could actually maybe do a video in the morning where I could go up and show you what the kit launch is like for, because I think it officially does get released in the shop tomorrow. I might do actually. I'm a bit undecided on that. Is that worth doing a video on that? I'm not too sure what you guys think about that. Yeah, it's obviously annoying. I think ideally Gordon, if Eddie Howe asked Gordon to play on the right, I think he should do that. But to be fair, Bonds has been class on the right and the left, so as long as Parley Bonds is in the start 11, I don't necessarily mind what side he's on. Who do you fancy around for him? Any away match that haven't been to before, so any new team that haven't ticked off with Newcastle or Sunderland, that do actually want Sunderland? Might be a controversial comment, but Sunderland again, I would certainly have Sunderland again. I feel like I want to get my revenge on them. I want to slowly get back into the derby field. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Although it went bad for us in December, I kinda like that the derby's back. I have missed the whole nastiness to it. Mm. Could do eventually. The weather's horrible at the minute. The weather's so bad at the minute, by the way. It's horrible. But I mean, maybe, yeah. The only problem is our closest away game this season is Sunderland now. So kind of doing Sunderland's always cheating. Leeds 90 miles is kind of an interesting one. I think Leeds is definitely one we should keep an eye on. I think, I don't know. We'll organise it. We'll sort it all out. But eventually, yeah, could try it again. Draws on in the next 20 minutes, guys. Don't ask me, please. Wrexham versus Arsenal. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat wanting Wrexham versus Arsenal. Is that what the Wrexham fans want? Is that your dream draw? You actually want Arsenal? That'd be an interesting one, yeah. How much are they? I'm trying to remember actually. The t-shirt's 50 quid, the jumper 80 quid, the actual retro shirt that they brought back out, I think was 90. And there was something else that was like 70 or something. I can't remember exactly what the other thing was, but yeah, they're all expensive. They are expensive, to be fair. I'll take Macclesfield Town. You want Macclesfield Town at home? That'll be an interesting one. Are you nervous? What, are you nervous for the draw? Actually, not, to be fair. If you actually look at the teams that are in the draw, half the draw is good. There's half the draw now. I'd actually walk away from this live stream and just go, I'm happy with that. Half the draw, obviously, wouldn't want, but in terms of, I'm assuming that's what you mean. I'm not nervous, I'm not nervous. That was, to be fair, that Birmingham game, that was a top quality game. Birmingham were actually quite good against Newcastle. I felt like that was not an easy game for us. And we'll see what happens. Maybe you could get them again. Might end up getting Birmingham again, but that was a top quality game last season. Birmingham were actually quite good. I just want Macclesfield to get a good draw. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Then get yourselves a good draw, get a couple of extra rounds in there. You never know. You never know, lad. But as I managed to get the 95 Drew top earlier, it's already sold out medium law and XL. It's not even officially went out, by the way. This is just the members Mags Plus membership thing that they're just being allowed to go 24 hours early. It's already sold out. I still believe it'll be public on public sale tomorrow, so you can probably go to the shop early. I feel like you would get it. Yeah, I love that, lad. Love that. But yeah, we definitely got it on here. I'm on TNT Sport 1, so I'm just need to double check to make sure. Is it definitely on TNT Sports 1? That's what I've got on the background at the minute. But also true, yeah. But I don't know what was going on at Palace, to be honest. I don't know how I've lost that game. It's crazy. But yes, thank you everyone in the chat. No ways, cheers. It's just, yeah, I've seen that about Shea Given, to be fair. Yeah, obviously what he said was pretty stupid, but he definitely doesn't deserve to be sacked or deserve to be blacklisted, in my opinion. Like, he's a pretty sound guy. I've Shea Given a lot. He's a good bloke. It is what it is. I don't think he should be getting blacklisted for it. Because the people want me to do a video on the Adidas merch, but I could go to the club shop early and show it off and do a video on it. I just don't know how many people want to see it, to be honest. Like, I'll be doing some of them I would have thought before the game, so maybe I'll either be transfer related or we could do less about the Adidas stuff. So it depends what you guys want to see more. Do you want to see that more? Maybe you could just do a mixture of both. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but we'll do something on the morning before the game. Well, yeah, I obviously feel bad. I don't want the guy to get injured, but at the same time, I'm not exactly got the tissues out for him. Got this Joe code in the straw, 6:35. Thank you. There we are in 20 minutes, guys. That's it. I've got it on the screen here, so once it comes on, I'll obviously give you a live reaction to it, and I'll tell you what teams get what. I hope for Bristol City, just up the road from me, up the tune. And John Sinclair will be going crazy if he gets Bristol City. I'm pretty sure he lives down there, so he'll be happy if Bristol comes out the draw for Newcastle. Is that what people want to see? Want to see the merch stuff tomorrow? I mean, I could do it, to be fair. I've got nothing going on in the morning, so I could do it, to be fair. What's this? Hi, mate. Hello, James, mate. You good? What's this? Yeah, give it all the trolls you had, mate. The trolls, like, who I'm not actually seeing anyone trolling. Like, sometimes, by the way, there's either people swearing or let's say there's I don't know, let's say there's something going on. I don't always get it, 'cause I personally using the comments in Stream Yard. You can see in the top right, that's where my thing is. So I personally might not see all the YouTube comments, like what bad comments is there. Thank you again for the donation, Tracy. And I mean, bloody hell, Tracy, you could be paying for my shirt this way. Like, you've been very generous in the chat today. But put a poll out for the video, 95 Drew kit. I could do, actually, to be fair. I need to figure out, can I even do a poll in this? I know I can do a poll on YouTube, but I don't know if it actually allows me to do a poll in StreamYard. You can just tell I'm so like not used to StreamYard. It's just like not my this is not my thing personally. I don't know. I'm double checking. Yeah, I don't actually know if there's a poll, unfortunately, unless I just don't know how to do it. Banners. Nah. I'm not actually seeing a poll here, Tracy. Unfortunately, I can maybe try and quickly switch to YouTube, but I'm generally on the same one. Nah, I'm not staying like that late, lad. I can go out in the morning, go back home, and then go back out. I've got to go there for like opening time, which is like 10, I believe. So I'll not be around the ground for 12 hours. I'll be going home and then going back out. So I mean, that'll be two separate videos. Now I'm still cup final win. I've seen loads of people ask this question. I never get it. I don't know how people pick Champions League over a cup. I would pick the cup every single day of the week. Like, we've had that moment last season. That's like the best moment I've ever had, like, in my life. That's like the moment. Like, surely people want that again. Like, that was actually like the moment at Newcastle where it was just, where were you when it happened? It was like actually perfect. Who are you hoping for them? Yeah, who do you guys want, by the way? I've asked this question at the start of the stream, but now there's over 1,200 people watching. So who do you guys want? A lot of people in the chat. What teams do you want your club to play? And also, that's the second question as well. Actually, we'll give it a couple minutes. I ask the next question after this, because I don't want the comments to get a bit confusing. Someone said he wants Norwich. Fair enough. We've got here Mackham's at home. What's this? Okay, so you're a Birmingham City fan, I'm assuming. So yeah, you want Villa. Fair enough. Macclesfield at home or Wrexham away. Ipswich at home, Sunderland at home, Blackpool. I don't even, a Blackpool even in it. I think someone said before Blackpool's not in it, Tracy. I support Barnsley tonight. Fair enough. Well, you didn't beat Liverpool, that'll be an even bigger upset. Sunderland and Liverpool home, fair enough. Yeah, first home draw Palace. Oh no, I thought you said Palace. I was like, not even a minute. Yeah, home draw, please. Yes, I am blind. What we got here? Oxford, Port Vale, Wrexham. Fair enough. Someone claiming that Birmingham would be battered by Villa. I mean, to be fair, if Birmingham City had Villa at home, I reckon they probably could maybe do something against them. Or Fleetwood still in? I think they are actually. Let's have a quick look. Not on that side. No, Fleetwood aren't in it. Norwich and Birmingham. Okay, some interesting comments here actually. Wrexham or Oxford. Oxford away was quality. I've done Oxford away before. That's a good away trip, by the way. Okay, next question. What team are people supporting in the chat? There's like 1,300 people. I'm assuming there's a lot of different fans here. So next question in the chat: what football team do people support? I'm intrigued to see what supporters we have in the chat here. Where are people from, and what team do people support? But yeah, in terms of the draw, within the next 15 minutes, we will start to see the draw. So we're getting that stage now where it'll start coming out and we're going to find out who plays what. Wrexham here. Okay. Arsenal here. Stoke City. Leeds. Birmingham City. One sec. That's a mental one. I'm putting that one back on. Wigan Athletic from Canada. Oh, I'm assuming you must have been either from Wigan or you got like a family connection to it. Because I'm intrigued. Why Wigan in Canada? That's like such a like contrast. I think. What made you go Wigan? I'm intrigued to hear your story. Yeah, exactly. Borough home. Middlesbrough aren't in it. Am I blind? I swear Middlesbrough are not in this draw. I'm double checking. Yeah, they're not in the draw. They definitely aren't in the draw. I know they're not. I'm convinced they're not in the draw. Like we've got here, Wrexham, Brighton. Oh god, I hope we do not get Brighton again. By the way, I really hope we don't get Brighton in the FA Cup. But nice to see you anyway. Oxford, Liverpool. Well, Liverpool fans confidently haven't even played a game yet. Obviously, a game's on shortly, but Liverpool fans are very confident in them. Team but support Carlisle. A good man. This is Wolves, Newcastle and South Shoes, my local. Good man. Love that. I'm from down south, up to two nice. Baggies, Irish Mag. Non-league, Walton and Hersham. Where is Walton and Hersham? I've never heard of them before. Where are they in the UK? I've never ever seen that. But yeah, a lot of different fans in the chat. But one sec, this one final time for people coming into the stream. If anyone's new around here and you like what you're watching, of course, we do the live stream for every cup draw. So make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate your support as always. And secondly, if you haven't already done so, make sure to smash the like button. We're currently on 280 likes, so a very strong return. But again, if you enjoy it, just make sure I get down there and do so. Arsenal versus Hull, good man. Cheers from United States. Fair enough. Yeah, good. Lot of USA fans I'm watching actually. I tend to find there's a lot of Newcastle as well, but a lot of different clubs. It's good to see good to see some of the American fans like watching the Premier League and the domestic cup competitions in England. I like that. Obviously, I did America a few years ago. Newcastle got some mental fans out there, mind. But I do like to see that. That says Newcastle, but my locals Charlton. Fair enough. Obviously, London Mag, good man. I'm down in London in a couple of weeks actually. Newcastle, but Bolton's my local. Fair enough. Nice. Okay. Just to let everyone in the chat know, by the way, we're heading up to about 2,000 viewers here. So I've got TNT here. We're in the next 10 minutes. The draw. It's been said the draw will start. I don't know if TNT's talking out with arse and it takes an extra 10 minutes, but 10 minutes time is when it says the draw will start. So we'll get through all that and then we'll get our sorted out. But yeah, we'll see how things go. I'm saying it again though. I've seen Sunderland fans in the chat. I want Sunderland in the FA Cup. I'm calling it now. I actually want Sunderland. Don't care if it's home. Don't care if it's away. Obviously, home is much better, but you know what? 2 years ago, 7,000 mags at the Stadium of Light. We were behind the goal. We took the hospitality bar away from them. They're putting up the calling decorations of Newcastle black and white. You know what? Bring it on again. I actually want it again. Even though we lost there in December, we need that response. Newcastle has to get it together. Newcastle has to have that reaction. Might be a ballsy call, but I'm calling it. I actually would take Sunderland away. Which is the StreamYard free to use. Yeah, I'm using the free version now. I might look like a bit of a tramp by the way. Actually, I'm using the free version. I just don't live stream that much. It's like 40 quid a month. I'm not putting £40 down unless you only live stream once a month or something. In fact, I haven't live streamed in 6 months. I only do the cup draws, and the last 3 cup draws, you can't just play at the same time with the draws. So I haven't even been able to live stream. So yeah, that's why I've got the free version of StreamYard on, because it's like 40 quid. This is Messi or Ronaldo. It's got to be Messi. I'm Messi every day of the week. Based on what I've seen so far, when he's in Chelsea, Chelsea win the FA Cup. That's an interesting one. What makes you think Chelsea? That's an interesting one. He's live streams are great. Please do more. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. But yeah, for some reason on TNT, there's a rugby match on. Why is there a rugby game on? It literally says TNT FA Cup, and I'm watching the Dublin Heineken Champions Cup final. I've got no idea what these teams are. They've got the rugby on, apparently. Yeah. Some people are calling the draw in 35 minutes. It says 6:30. It's always said 6:30. That's what it said. Or get the Gingland match on, somebody knows. So that's a well cultured man, by the way, whoever that is. Well done, Tom, you know it. I actually, believe it or not, obviously that was the NX Newcastle. I'm not officially banned, but I actually am blacklisted. I swear down, I got blacklisted for that. The event organizer was that angry that I didn't like the fact that the TVs weren't on. I've actually blacklisted. I'm telling you now, like the organisers do not want me there, because I know a few people that do they do events at the NX, and there's an event there where they basically want Newcastle fans on stage to do their stuff, and the organisers actually taught that person, not Adam P. Do not any Newcastle fan, but not Adam P. I swear down, the NX has actually blacklisted me for that. That's no cap, no cap. Rodgers or Bowen? Oh, that's an interesting question. Rodgers has been so good this season, by the way. I mean, I tell you what, bear in mind, Kane's in the form of his life as well, by the way. We've got to win the World Cup. Have you seen the state of our squad? The squad is stupidly good. Look, that's a question we're asking, by the way. 10 years ago, you'd dream of having one of those players, and you're actually asking that question, which one do you prefer? Look at the state of that team. We've got to win the World Cup. I swear down, we'll have to win this tournament. Have you seen the state of that question? Rodgers or Bellingham? That's the question we're asking, by the way. Both of them would have took every day of the week 10 years ago. Mental. Adam P. Man, the people, thank you, lads. Appreciate that. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I don't. You see, you never forget it. I don't bloody remember it, mate. I had so much red wine, but I just don't remember anything. The drinks were like £6, so I just went on the wine, and that's to say the rest is history. No, I remember actually on Dutch TV, right? I don't know why they decided to react to it, but that's actually live on Dutch TV. Marco van Basten watched that video and laughed to it live on air. I don't know why, but Marco van Basten decided to watch that on a Dutch TV channel. But yeah, I mean that it is what it is. It is what it is. Lewis Miley should be in the World Cup squad. He actually should, to be fair. Lewis Miley's stupidly good. He's so good. And Harvey Barnes, he actually is better than Gordon. He's been better than Gordon. For me, Pope tomorrow. I know some people might want Ramsdale. Pope every day of the week. He's getting number one for me. But yeah, it's a mad amount of people in the chat, by the way, heading up to 2,000 here. Just to let you know, I have got the draw here. I'm just waiting for it to come on. It's not on yet. I would obviously tell you when it's on, and of course, I will tell you every single match that comes out. So yeah, I hope you are all enjoying the stream. Likewise, 350 likes, so of course, if we can get that up, that would be great. I'm just double checking a couple of things in the meantime, and we'll ask the next question in the chat. Try to think of the next question, actually. We'll have to think about it. Actually, you know what? This goes to every fan, not just Newcastle fans. Every single person in the chat. Best ever game you've been at. I don't care the context. I don't care if it was a final, cup game, league game, whatever it is. Just best ever game you've been to. Just that's it. I'm intrigued to hear what games people have done because I got a few. We have some interesting ones. Obviously, for me, born answer cup final. I'll obviously say a cup final against Liverpool because it is like a pretty big moment for Newcastle. Blythe Starton's new, Ashton new. I can't. That one's a good one to be fair. Speaking of new news, that's actually a good new. I did like that one a lot. Sunderland fan, yeah. Obviously, the Ballard goal against Coventry. You actually still pick over the final. That's interesting. Ooh, I'm surprised you still pick over the playoff final. I know obviously that would be a bigger moment, but I felt that you would have picked the final. You won the last minute of the final anyway, didn't you? So, I'm surprised. I don't know if you. I'm assuming you didn't go to the final actually, but I'm surprised by that one. Wow, you're bringing this one up. Do not get me started. That was a horrible day for me. That may have been a good day for you, lad, but that was not a good day for me. I was down there. I didn't like it. But it's Evan Ferguson. Where's Evan Ferguson at these days? Is he still there? I don't know where he is. Yeah, obviously Sunderland wouldn't be an ideal draw in a competitive stance, but screw it, I want Sunderland. I didn't care. Let's just bring it on. 2-1. Yedlin down there. That was a good one to be fair. Someone was at 4-4. I started going the year afterwards. So I actually missed that in terms of attending the games. I started going the 2011-12 season. Again, same with this one. That was the year before I started going, so it was just kind of annoying. Is that the only game I've ever been to? Fair enough, lad. Newcastle was 6, Tottenham 1. Good one, yeah. This is wow, that's a throwback. That one. How come that's your favourite? Have you stopped going to the games? Like, that seems to be a bit of a throwback, but yeah, that'd be a good game for you though. What's it got? Yeah, that was class. That one would have been amazing. Yeah, I try my best to get through the comments. There are so many comments here. Bear with me, guys. And that is another Tracy. You are so generous, by the way. Thank you very much. And just to let people know the donations, by the way, because some people tend to ask how the donations work just before we go through Tracy's comment. So YouTube does actually tax a bit of the donation. Some people believe, for example, like an Uber, let's say you give the Uber driver a tip, like Uber gets 100% of the tip, so the driver does get 100% of the donation in that particular case. YouTube doesn't work like that. So this donation basically goes in with my monthly earnings. So this donation, although it is a donation from Tracy, it's also technically the money I earn, if that makes any sense. So YouTube does actually tax 30% of this. So although Tracy's donated £4.99, I actually only get like £3.50 of this. So I don't know if some people are fussed by that, by the way. I just want to explain that YouTubers don't actually get the full amount of the donation. I don't know why I told you that, to be honest, but just in terms of the draw, it's nearly on. And sorry, Tracy, to answer your question. Thank you so much for the donation. What's this? I just Manchester. Which Manchester team? I'm assuming you mean Manchester United there. At home when I sport you in the bus. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what Manchester team you meant there because you probably just put Man N in. I'm assuming you mean Manchester United, but yeah, we've had some great games against them over the years. Okay. Yes, we're getting ready for the draw now. The build-up starting to happen, guys. This is it. We're starting to get into the build-up. They're showing compilations and they're showing highlights over the past couple of days. This is it, guys. It's starting. Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Who are we going to get tonight? Newcastle United fans, question for you. Who do you want? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments section. Some people, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I still think 70% is like a good amount. Like I've definitely seen ones that are like worse for that. I think TikTok's 60%, so I still think YouTube 70% still like a fairly good split in terms of the content creator. Yes, man, you, and thank you so much for the £1.99 donation. Again, apologies for that. I assumed you meant Manchester United. It's just that it obviously was Man N in the chat, so I wasn't quite sure. But again, I mean, listen, those replica retro shirts. I mean, you're paying for them at this rate. I mean, you've been very generous tonight. Not Sunderland. I'm actually opposite me. I'll be happy for Sunderland. Some people might not like that, but you know what? I've seen some people almost be a bit scared to get Sunderland away again. Like, I don't think we can really be that sort of team now. Like, I know obviously we've had loads of injuries. I know it wouldn't be beneficial in round 4 getting a hard draw like that, but Newcastle's a different team now. I know we lost there in December, but we definitely can go to the Stadium Light and do better. It was just I don't know what it was in December. It was just absolutely shocking from us, but we definitely can improve and we definitely can win there. I don't mind getting them. I would actually want them. A lot of people want Mansfield, Macclesfield at home. What we got here? I think we get no City. I swear to God, if we get City again, in both of them we get City, I'll be livid. Okay, the draw's about to come on, guys. This is it. Fans are there. It is about to come on within the next couple of minutes. I am here and I'm going to tell you every single game. Donation here, by the way. What's that? $5 is that? Thank you so much, Newcastle fans in Florida. I was lucky to go to my first Newcastle game of a few years back. It was amazing. Well, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you had a good time at St James's Park. That being said, we're going to put your donation off the screen for a moment because we're getting ready now. The build-up's underway. Steve McManus talking to the camera. All the fans are there. It is within the next few minutes, guys. This is it. If you want to get something to eat, get something to drink, have a toilet break, now is your time to do it because it will be happening within the next couple of minutes. The bag is there, the balls are in the bag, and it's getting ready to be coming out shortly. So, yeah. It's actually not a normal TV. It's not an ITV. It's the first season, didn't it, when they took it out of free TV. Is it only TNT? That's crazy, that. But, yeah, that's quite bad, actually, to be fair. This is it, guys. Next couple minutes will be on, so don't worry, we'll be getting there. Again, one final time to anyone in the stream, if you enjoy the content, make sure to get down there, hit that subscribe button, and also smash the like button in the stream if you have been enjoying yourself over here. But yeah, we've got it ready to come on. Doing a stand ovation towards someone over there, and then we're going to be going underway in the next couple of minutes. Yes, Newcastle's ball number 24, Sunderland's ball number 13. If anyone's interested in terms of those two teams. But as I say, yeah, Julian Lescott's got the bag. It's just showing the ball numbers now. And after it's showing the ball numbers, they will be spinning the balls around. And within the next couple of minutes, we're going to find out who everyone gets. Oh, I'm excited. Half the draw is good. And in a Newcastle United point of view, half this draw is good. Half the draw I want, half the draw I wouldn't be happy with. So, guys, in the comment section, who do you want and what team do you support as well? It doesn't have to be a Newcastle fan. What team do you want your side to get? This is it now. The balls are going into the centre. There's still a lot of teams across different divisions in there, and of course you've got Macclesfield down in Division 6 in the draw, which is mental, but they are still in there. But yeah, we've got ourselves a lot of draws, and the first ball out is ball number 14. So that is Liverpool Barnsley. No to Liverpool. No, Liverpool's the first ball out. And who will they get? Listen, give them City, give them Arsenal, give them Man United. Oh, not Man United, they're already out. Give them City, give them Arsenal, give them Chelsea, anyone like that. And it is ball number 31. So that is Brighton. I'm happy with that. Brighton and Liverpool's going out, assuming Liverpool beat Barnsley. That's a good draw. Straight away, don't mind that. It's not Liverpool. Good. Next one out is 29. Sorry, any Brighton fans, by the way. You got it. Stoke City's the next one out. I don't mind Stoke. That'll be all right. So Stoke City are at home against ball number 12, which is Fulham. Again, bit of a boring game, that one. But I suppose for Fulham, not an easy game. So hopefully for us, try and get some more of these Premier League teams out. 25's next, Oxford. Oxford away was amazing when I did that. St. Maximin, the guy's getting his chopper out, shall we say. That was mental a few years ago. I wouldn't mind Oxford, actually. And it is ball number 13. That's Sunderland, isn't it? Oh, Sunderland's got Oxford. I actually wish that was us. I haven't got Sunderland as well. That's a good draw for them, to be fair. Oh, that's such a good away game, man. I'm annoyed about that. So I actually wanted that. Southampton and who they got. But we haven't got Sunderland, these guys, for those who didn't want them. They got number 26, which is Leicester. Southampton versus Leicester, boring. Boring tie, 2 relegated sides last season. Number 7, Wrexham. I'll definitely have Wrexham. I'll definitely accept this. Is it going to happen? Come on, B24. No, it's 6. Isbridge. I tell you what, it's a good draw for Wrexham, to be fair. Isbridge fans watching, I don't know what to think about that, but that's a good Wrexham draw, I'll probably say. 17's next. Arsenal, no. City, please give them City. Give them Man City. Give them number 9. I swear to God, do not give them 24. That is number 5, Wigan. Well, that's a very good Arsenal draw. Wigan fans will probably, I think Wigan fans will be happy with that as well, getting a good Premier League side to go to. 23's next, so that is Hull. Again, Hull, I'm happy with Hull. I don't mind that. City's still in there. City's scaring me a little bit. Chelsea. We haven't got Chelsea. Man City's the only horrible team left in. Anyone else, I don't mind. Actually, Villa. I wouldn't want Villa either. Villa City's still in. Anyone else, I don't mind. That is 21. So that is Burton. Again, I'll be happy with Burton. That'll be a good FA Cup game to go to. Let's see who they end up getting. That is number 10, which is West Ham. Probably a good draw for both sides, I reckon, there. Both teams won't mind that. So City, Villa still in there. Leeds still in there. Birmingham City still in there. Wolves, Newcastle. Of course, McAfee still in there. Number 15, which is Burnley. I mean, I wouldn't mind Burnley, but I kind of don't want them. They're a bit boring, I reckon. I've obviously already been there a few weeks ago. And that is 32. Mansfield. Oh, that's probably a good draw for Mansfield, actually. Pretty say winnable as well. Mansfield's not an impossible draw. I think that's definitely a game that could do some of that, despite it being a Premier League side. 16, Norwich. I wouldn't mind Norwich. Obviously, a bit of a trek to get to, but I think Norwich is all right. Who's that going to be? I'll even be staying in the hotel to get Norwich. It wouldn't be too bad. 90, which is West Brom. Oh no. Villa City's still in there. Newcastle's still in there. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this, guys. They're still in there. 4, Port Vale. I don't know how big Port Vale Stadium is, but again, if I can get a ticket, I don't mind that. I'm getting a bit nervous, guys. There's a couple of good teams still in there. I've got a horrible feeling. I've just got a horrible feeling about it. 28, which is Bristol. Guys, it's starting to go down a little bit here. There's still a lot of teams that Newcastle can get. Who is it? 22, which is Grimsby. Again, Grimsby, don't know how big the stadium is, but if I can get a ticket, I wouldn't mind that. It'd be a new one for me. Oh no. Please don't be City again, I swear to God. It is 1, Wolves. There are 8 teams left, guys. Villa City are in there. This is not looking good. I swear to God, if we get number 9. Right, who's next? Aston Villa's next. Give them 9. Please give them City. I do not want Aston Villa or City. Please give them number 9. If they get 9, I'm happy with whoever we got here. Oh, I swear to God, Villa away. I swear to God. How we've got Villa away. What a horrible crap draw that is. Oh no. Villa away. What a crap draw. I'm living with that, by the way. City's out next. Oh no. Fuck. Villa. Aston Villa away, man. Absolute crap. This is literally just second hardest team we could have got there. We've got out of those remaining teams. Oh no. City's got Salford or Swindon. Technically a derby, isn't it? If Salford go through, that's probably a good draw for them. A shock City getting easy draws for that. I cannot believe we got Villa away. Not even at home away. What a crap draw. 4 teams left. Macclesfield is one of them. And Macclesfield's out. They have a home draw. Could be Leeds, could be Birmingham, could be Brentford. Probably a good draw for them, really. I cannot believe we're being shafted like that. Sunderland's got Oxford away. They've got Freestone Oxford, and we've got Villa away. Why could we not get Oxford? Why have we got to get stupid Villa? Oh, I can't be arsed, man. They're in a literal title race. They're good in all the competitions. I can't believe it. Macclesfield's got Brentford, so Leeds going to have Burnley. It's just which team's at home. I just can't believe this. Macclesfield's got Brentford actually do a Premier League side. Could they do it again? I think that's a decent draw for them. Oh no. Someone's asking Villa fan, who do you get? You got us. You got us at home. 27. Birmingham City has the lead. So there you go. That's the final game. Oh no. That is such a crap draw. Literally half the draw was good. And you've somehow got one of the best teams in the league. The thing is, right, at least Villa will focus on the league to some extent. Villa, to be fair, I think they do need a cup run. I think Unai Emery is probably in a similar-ish situation to what Howe was last year, where you kind of want to end the trophies route. I think Villa will probably give it a good go in the FA Cup. But, I mean, if you've got a chance in the league, they'll probably go for the league title, won't they? I can't believe we got Villa. That's a joke, man. With the 32 teams, you got the third hardest one. You could have got Arsenal would have been harder, City harder. To be fair, I'd probably say Chelsea away will still be harder than Villa. And that's it. Villa's the fourth hardest. That is absolute rubbish. Oh god. Villa fans, what are you saying about the FA Cup? Will Villa go all out in the FA Cup, or are they going to focus on the league a bit more? What are Villa fans saying about that? Yeah, in terms of the draws, I mean, even draw wise, it's not been any amazing games there. I'd probably say Villa versus Newcastle is probably one of the better games for a neutral to watch, I reckon. I think Man City versus Southall would be potentially cool, I guess, in that sense. But to be honest, a lot of iffy FA Cup games there. Is there any real good FA Cup tie there? Not really. That was actually quite poor, to be honest. I think Macclesfield against Brentford potentially got an upset on the card again there, but that was a stinky FA Cup draw, I reckon. Was there any good FA Cup games there? I actually think Villa versus Newcastle might be the best game there in terms of watching it. But yeah, Villa fans, what are you saying about it? Are you going to go all out in the cup? Do you need a cup run? I feel like you probably do, don't you? Oh, bollocks. No, I mean, I like your positive thinking, John. But I still think that's a crap draw. I wouldn't mind Villa at home. Villa away, no. Yeah, I mean, you're putting the positive spin there, I guess, but that's a terrible draw. That really is a bad draw, by the way. I'm definitely not buying it. It could have been worse. That is a legit awful draw for Newcastle. I just do not think it's good at all. Um, Liverpool Bright might be decent. Yeah, I think you might be right here. Thanks for the content here. Thank you so much. Is that €5? I'm assuming it is. Keep it up from Andy Island. Appreciate it, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying everything. And yeah, I mean, I would say I hope you enjoyed the draw tonight, but it'll be a bit of a silly comment. I hope you are enjoying the Against United run at the minute. I probably should change the comment too. I mean, I definitely would take Villa over City, but I still wouldn't say that's a good thing, lad. Um, and Villa on the fourth round's bad, man. What we got here? The Winter Cup, we got to beat the best. True, yeah. I mean, I suppose the positive, if you can get Villa out, if you can beat Villa at Villa Park, then you got a good side out of the competition. But I definitely did not want Villa at Villa Park, not gonna lie. Grimsby could beat Wolves, yeah, definitely could, yeah. Oh dear. Arsenal have a nice draw. Was it Wigan at home? I think Arsenal got Wigan at home. I'm trying to remember. That they had a good home draw. I think it was Wigan. To be honest, I think most of the games there are crap, to be honest. Liverpool Brighton will be a good game. Villa Newcastle will be a good game. The rest of the games are rubbish, aren't they? I just think it was a bad FA Cup draw. I really didn't think it was a good draw. Yeah, for those asking in the chat about different teams, can people try and help them out by? Because I can't remember who Birmingham got. And I can't remember who Leeds got. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Leeds got Birmingham actually. I think the draws people asked about that. I'm pretty sure Leeds actually got Birmingham. I'm trying to remember now. Oh dear. Right. Okay. In terms of live stream, by the way, we'll probably go for a few more minutes, and I'm going to call it quits. I'm in a bad mood after that. I'm going to have to go sit down and relax and get a massage or something because that's definitely not put me in a good mood. But I mean, it is what it is. Let's say to be fair to the guy before, it could have got worse. Um, I mean, yeah, Villa fans be happy to home. And I think on the flip side as well, would Villa fans be happy getting Newcastle? I'd probably also say they wouldn't be happy playing Newcastle. They'd just be happy to home draw. I would also say on the flip side, I generally don't think they'll be happy playing Newcastle. But I'm definitely more the more negative side of it. I just don't think it was a good one for Newcastle really. I mean, it is what it is. We've got to deal with it now. We've got to crack on with it. But at least we're in the draw. We could have easily lost the ball with penalties. At least we're actually in the bloody thing. Um, I'm just annoyed Sunderland got Oxford away. I actually wanted Oxford away and I wanted Sunderland and they got each other. So that's annoying. I think they've actually got a very good draw and we've got a horrendous one. In terms of Villa Park in the FA Cup draw, we'll get a good allocation at Villa Park. You get around I'm trying to remember the allocation amount. You get 15%, don't you, for the FA Cup? So what if 15% is at Villa Park? It's around the same as Sunderland, isn't it? So you get 6,000, 7,000. I feel like you get a huge allocation at Villa Park, actually. You got 7,000 for Sunderland. They're basically the same allocation wise at Villa Park. And I think Villa Park might be a little bit more. But yeah, you got 7,000 at Sunderland. So you got 6,000 at Sunderland, but it should have been 7,000. You'll get loads of Villa Park, actually. I'll have a crack in the way in there, to be fair, actually. But yeah, I mean, we'll deal with it. We'll crack on with it. We'll deal with it. But yeah, you get 15% in the FA Cup, and Villa Park's a big stadium, so you get a lot easily there. But that's about it in terms of me, guys. Final question: how do you think we'll do against Man City tomorrow? Obviously, Man City. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. But I mean, even a draw against them, I think it'll be all right in the first leg. Build on it. Have something going at the second leg. Obviously, wins huge. Getting a win over them would be massive. But to be honest, I'm also not picky. I probably would actually take a draw at home, even though it's not ideal. Who do Villa get? Some people writing me up in the chat. Villa has Newcastle at home. You guys have got us. It's a slender 2-1 win, 2-0. City have got Salford, or whoever Salford are playing. You got Salford or an easy side at home. Liverpool's got Brighton. Who the Leeds get? Leeds got I'm trying to remember. Leeds got Birmingham, was it? Was it Birmingham City at home? I can't remember. It was something like that. It's a home tie against someone. 3-2 first leg. That'll be interesting. 2-1's fair, I think. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, in terms of me, guys, I'm going to start wrapping things up now because I've been on for a couple of hours. And yeah, I kind of just want to sit down and chill out after that because Newcastle will be playing at Villa Park in the fourth round. There's a few people asking in the chat there. We have Aston Villa away. Answer the question. But yeah, that's about it in terms of me, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the live stream. Anyway, I mean, I've enjoyed being on, I've enjoyed talking to you guys, and I'm hoping in the fifth round I'll be talking here in the Newcastle point of view that Newcastle's still in the competition. But regardless, I still will probably be doing a live stream for the next round, even if Newcastle's not in it, because you guys seem to enjoy the draw at least. But hard draw, but it has to be done. If you can beat Villa, you got a good team out, and then hopefully, then will mean you get an easier game in the fifth round. But no, look, that's still probably not going to go our way. Take care anyway, guys. Appreciate you watching. Wish you all the best. We'll see you tomorrow for the Manchester City game. I'm probably going to do a double upload tomorrow. I'll probably do a video with the new retro kit coming out in the morning, and then obviously afternoon time. We'll talk about the City game and get into that. But yeah, Villa Park, we are going to Aston Villa versus Newcastle United. To be fair, the game of the round, that's actually the best game of the entire draw, but not good for us though. That's a hard game. Take care, guys, and we'll see you all in the next one. All the best.